So it is currently the waning moon, which means it is a detox week. And yesterday I woke up feeling so hungry. And so I actually listened to my body instead of forcing my body, punishing my body, or feeling guilty about feeling hungry. I actually changed up the plan a little bit and it left me feeling so much better at the end of the day and allowed me to wake up this morning feeling refreshed. So, normally during this cycle, I will fast with lemon water and fruit until noon. And then I will have my first meal of either a raw salad or a vegetable soup. But yesterday, I wasn't really feeling any of that. So, in the morning, I had a rice cake with peanut butter. Then at lunch, my daughter was having egg noodles, and I had some egg noodles with some roasted kale, so like kale chips and egg noodles, which totally wasn't the plan, but that's what I was feeling. So I enjoyed it. No guilt, no punishment, no need to make it up by doing hours of cardio after. But years ago, I would have never done it that way. When I was competing in fitness competitions, my relationship with food was extremely strict. At the time, I was a certified personal trainer, and the meal plans I followed were the typical competition prep meal plans. Every day for weeks or months, I would eat the same thing over and over again. And my nutrition plan was severely lacking in micronutrients. I would repeat chicken and tuna, quinoa and brown rice, sweet potato, broccoli, green beans. See somebody. And I was constantly pushing my body with tons of cardio, but at the same time, I was secretly binge eating treats. I remember driving to a bakery, getting cupcakes, eating them in my car, trying to hide the boxes, hide the proof. And I would feel so much guilt and so much shame around that because I was supposed to be a personal trainer. I was supposed to be the image of health. So when I became a mom a couple years later and I started to study holistic nutrition, it opened my eyes to just how unhealthy those competition diets actually were. And it made me realize that the way I had been taught to eat in the fitness industry was completely disconnected from how my body actually thrives and what my body actually needs to thrive. I would be walking into the gym feeling like my legs were like lead, feeling so heavy. I would stop getting my period and I would feel proud of that. And I learned that every time I forced my body into food that didn't feel good, every time I underate, every time I put more stress on the body through punishing myself for eating outside of my nutrition plan with hours of cardio after, I was damaging my body. So instead, I learned how to follow my intuition when it came to food, to honor and listen to my body's needs, to love my body with food, to use the feminine cycles and the feminine rhythm of the moon to eat in a rotational, diverse, beautiful way that allowed me to heal my mood and heal my hormones and feel really vibrant and full of life and full of energy so that I could be the best mom that I possibly could be. But over the last couple of years, I really stopped following that structure as closely as I needed to. I was still eating healthy foods, but at the same time, I had developed some habits with food that were almost too free, almost too intuitive, and lacking structure. So I fully believe in self love and radical self love and self acceptance and body positivity and feminine nutrition and intuitive eating and loving our curves. And I do believe that gaining weight for me as a woman helped heal my hormones in so many ways, heal my cycle, caused me to have less PMS and better, healthier hair and healthier moods. In so many ways, gaining weight was so good for me, and eating intuitively was so good for me. But, but it's hard. It's hard for me to say it because I'm a certified holistic nutritionist. I'm a health coach. I'm a personal trainer. I am a yoga teacher. This is what I'm supposed to have mastery in. And it's hard to admit that over the last couple of years, I sort of went to the other end of the scale, if you will, sort of like too intuitive, too free, too unconscious when it came to my eating habits. And so a couple months ago, I really got clear that I needed to give my body more love. I needed to get back in touch with my body and give my body the attention, the love, the care that she truly deserves. I just noticed that my fitness wasn't where I would like it to be. In so many ways, I feel so healthy, so vibrant. My hormones are healthy, my hair is healthy. I feel energetic. I feel great in so many ways. And yet, I noticed that my feet were getting sore. And when I'm on my yoga mat practicing, things like forward folds were feeling harder, and headstands were almost impossible for me, and back bends weren't existent anymore, and the splits weren't happening, and my flexibility had faded. And I don't think that has anything to do with age. I think it's just because I haven't focused on fitness in the way that I want to now. That was the phase that I was in then. That's the phase that I have been in. And that's what I needed at the time. But now I've been on this aligned body journey, back inside my aligned body journey, because really this method is something that I created when in 2019, when I had first graduated as a holistic nutritionist, and I was taking everything that I knew about fitness and exercise and group fitness and dance and yoga and nutrition, I'm bringing it all together in the moon's phases and what I was learning, all this new exciting stuff about manifestation. I was bringing it all together and brought it all together. All of this fascinating information that I was just like channeling and receiving. And it was so clear, this method of the aligned body. It was so exciting. And it healed me. It healed my hormones. It healed my body in so many ways. But I wanted to be a truly holistic coach. So I went on this journey since then of gathering tools and experience as a coach, as a healer in all of these different modalities in neurolinguistic programming and hypnotherapy and manifestation and feminine energy and conscious leadership and conscious relationship. And I've just had so much fun doing all of that. It has been so epic. And I've loved working with clients in those aspects and on so many different parts of their lives. But the aligned body method, which has been called so many different names, but the aligned body method feels like it's the one. But it kind of got pushed aside. And in that, my own body got sort of pushed aside. And I'm really ready to get back into my body. I have been getting back into my body the last 6 weeks, and I'm feeling so much better already. And it just feels so good to be back inside of this method. So I've fully been in the aligned body cycle again. I'm living it fully. And what's been so amazing is that the changes haven't been about restriction at all. I'm not weighing myself, I'm not counting calories, I'm not obsessing, but I'm loving and adoring being back inside my body and taking care of my body and being present and being back inside this method. It just feels so good. My energy is lighter, more stable. I'm not overeating the foods that I used to feel like I wanted to overeat, like chips and snacks. I don't feel as bloated. My hunger feels like it's settled. I can feel my strength returning, my yoga practice. I can feel my flexibility returning. And it feels really, really good. And this is exactly why I designed the aligned body method the way I did. It was initially to heal myself, someone who had suffered with anxiety and depression and PMS and addiction and all of the things. And it healed me then. And I think it's developed and it's changed and it's grown over the years. The foundation of what it was always the same, but it's grown. And I'm going to continue living the aligned body cycle and watching the changes unfold and sharing it with you all here.